The car means everything to me. I just love it every time I look at it. I love it every time I drive it. It's a euphoric feeling for me, and I wouldn't part with it for the world, for love nor money. I'm just a custodian, like I guess we all are. I just hope to be able to cherish it for a long, long time to come. I became aware of the Renault Caravelle just looking through history of Renault. There's a beautiful shape. It was designed by an Italian styling studio called Frua with Gear. So Gear was working on the Carmen Gear. They were too busy to really take it on board with Renault back in 1956 and built a couple of cars. Then there was a bit of a debacle at the 1958 Paris Motor Show. Apparently Renault hadn't paid Frua for the design of the car, so the shit did hit the fan, and then Renault paid and suddenly put their badges on it. That car was appealing to the American market, and Renault wanted a competition with the Carmen Gear. I think the best thing about the car to me is styling and its history. It stands out and it's just so desirable. Doesn't matter what angle you look at it, you've got to admire it. The previous owners have all cherished it and loved it, and now it's my turn to do that. Mine is a convertible with the hardtop. It has a rear seat. It's a very unique car, obviously. It gets a lot of looks everywhere and people don't know what it is. They think it's the Carmen Gear or a Volvo P1800, similar sort of two-door styling. The defining features on the car: four-wheel disc brakes, which was quite revolutionary for the time. Power-to-weight ratio is rear-engined. The bonnet is where you put your luggage. It has a synchromesh gearbox. It's a 1108cc motor. That was the highest output motor that they had in the Caravelle. The car originally belonged to the Renault dealer in Tamworth called Neville Maunder, and it was his wife's car for 20 years. Her name was Shirley Maunder. The story about how I found this car is quite interesting. I always wanted one, and not being one to want to restore one. When I spoke to the guy at the Renault Car Club, he told me about it. I was on the phone the next morning, had a chat to the owner. It was his wife's car and he bought it for a special occasion for her, so I had to chat to her, and at the end of the day they considered it for about 3 days. When they found out I had a fleet of Renaults, they said it's really about who the car goes to. I set the money as cross as soon as I could, and it came over on the truck from Adelaide, and just seeing it for the first time was amazing, knowing it was mine, and the first drive of the car as well. I consider myself extremely lucky to have found that car. My model car collection is very extensive. It started back when Matchbox Superfast came out, and I started collecting when I was at school. My aunt and my grandma used to buy me ones when they were coming to visit. On my recent trips to Europe, I've bought a lot of French models. The car has 58,000 original miles now on it. It came with the original logbook, the service stamps and history, the original owner's manual. It came with an awful lot of paperwork. I love to take the car out at every opportunity where I can and take it to any cars and coffee event or a motor show of some sort. Just share the story of the car with people. That people love to hear stories of old cars and the history behind how the owner got it. And each car's unique, each car's got its own story to tell. That's something I look forward to sharing with everybody.